What is going on, guys? DBG here. In this video we are going to be going over the top 5 best and worst value power forwards in NBA 2K19 MyTEAM. And before we get on to the list, bit of a disclaimer: a lot of the cards in the worst value are better than the cards in the best value. I just think they're really overpriced, and this is purely based on value. So if one of your favorite cards is in the worst value list, a lot of them I don't think are bad cards. Now 3 of the 5 I don't think are bad, and it's just that I think they're really overpriced. But we're going to start off with the worst value, and as an honorable mention, I'm not going to put these in the worst value. I've had them at number 1 the last 2 times, and I'm just talking about silver cards. Silver cards are so expensive right now. Like, as you can see, like, there are certain silver cards go for over 10k MT. Like, it is crazy. It is crazy how expensive silver cards are this year, just because they're needed for collections, they're needed for tokens. And I just don't see the point in locking the collections out. I just don't think they're worth it. But anyway, so now we're going to go on to the top 5 best and worst value. We're going to start off with the top 5 worst value, as I've already said. And number 5 for like 40k MT, we have got Anthony Davis. So AD is an 89 offense, 89 defense overall. So neither his offense or defense are over 90, but yet he's a 90 overall. He's got 10 bronze badges, which, like, they are good badges. He's got some good badges, but unfortunately they are all bronze. He's got a dynamic duo with Drew Holiday. He's got a decent post and fadeaway, an okay shot mid, not a great open shot 3 though at all, 74. Not terrible, but not great. He's got an 80 driving dunk, 85 standing dunk, which is good enough. 80 block is decent. Okay rebounding stats, good enough speed and acceleration, but like, his speed with ball isn't the best. Got decent vertical, okay lateral quickness, decent on defense, but there's just cards that are cheaper than him, taller than him, and better than him. Like 6'10", so he's not particularly tall for power forward, but I just think there's much better, cheaper alternatives, and 45k is still an awful lot of MT for a player. There are very few cards in the game right now that I think are worth 45k MT. And number 4, we have got Kevin Garnett, who's around 6k MT. So Kevin Garnett is an 80 offense, 83 defense overall. Again, neither of them as good as his overall rating of 84. He's got 3 goal badges: pick and roller, pick and popper, and catch and shoot. Like, pick and popper, catch and shoot are 2 of his best badges, and like, can't shoot 3s at all. Open shot 3 of 62 is terrible. Open shot mid of 80 is okay. Post and fade away, not terrible, but neither of them are great. He's got decent standing layup. He's got terrible block actually of 64. Bad rebounding stats, bad speed, terrible acceleration, and awful speed with ball. Terrible lateral quickness, decent enough defensive stats, but terrible lateral quickness and terrible blocks, so they're the most important things. And like, he's just not good at anything, not even a great rebounder. Like, this KD card, or KG card, sorry, for 6,000 MT. Maybe people want to use him because they like Kevin Garnett, but like, this card's really, like, I'm not even gonna say this card's like just bad value. This card is just straight up bad in this game. This card is awful in NBA 2K19. This is just such a bad card. Like, Leitner is half the price, and Leitner is way better than Kevin Garnett. And number 3 in the worst value list for like nearly 80k MT. I think I saw one of them a little before for a little bit less. 70k MT. So for 70k MT, David West. David West, again, a little bit of an Anthony Davis type thing. A really good card. 96 offense, 94 defense overall. Comes with 15 gold badges, and some of these gold badges are really nice. He's also got a good standing layup, great post hook and fadeaway, but if you guys have watched my last video, he can't hit a fadeaway. He's like 0 of 6 for me for fadeaways. I know I don't have him on PS4, but I do have him on PC, and he just can't hit a shot for me. He's got 96 open shot mid, which is really good, 84 open shot 3, which is decent. He's got a nice release. He's got a good free throw rating, good standing dunk, terrible driving dunk. He's got a decent enough block, not a great steal, decent shot contest, great rebounding stats. He's not particularly fast. Defensively, his stats are decent, and to be honest, he feels exactly like one card on the best value list, except for the fact that David West is 70k MT, and the guy on the best value list is 5k, which is the reason why he's in the worst value list, and it's the reason why he's this high. Even though he may be better, probably you could argue he's better value than Kevin Garnett. The only difference is that there is literally an alternative for 5k MT that I think is better, and that's why he's so high on this list, because there's just so many better alternatives. And number 2 for like 11k MT is Karl Malone. I think this card is terrible. I just think he is terrible. He comes with 5 gold badges, up and specialist, drops out, pick and roller, post spin ignition, and pick and popper. He's got dynamic duo with John Stockton. He's got a good enough post hook and fadeaway, great post fadeaway, decent post hook. He's got a not a great open shot mid. He can't shoot threes. He couldn't even hit open shot mid in the game that I played with him. He's got a decent enough standing and driving dunk, I guess. Not good ball control, obviously. His block is his block of 56 is terrible. Rebounding stats not the best. Speed okay, but terrible acceleration and speed with ball. He's got 44 lateral quickness, which is awful. Even though his defensive stats are good, again with 44 lateral quickness and a low block, he's gonna feel terrible on defense. And for 11 KMT, this card is just really, really bad value. And at number 1 is a player. I know why he's this expensive, because he's being price fixed for tokens. But for completing a historic collection, you get 15 tokens. Like, that's the least of all collections. And this gold card is price fixed at 8 KMT. And it's Mark Madsen. Like, I know, like, there's no point even going through this guy's stats. They are awful. Like, this may be the worst post player in the game. Terrible in the post. Terrible for mid. Can't shoot threes. Average rebounder. Slow. And a terrible defender. This is the single worst gold card in the game. And he's going for 8 KMT right now. Like, that is mental. Like, he's just... Like, I know why he's the worst value, but it doesn't change the fact that he literally is the worst value power forward in the game. So now we're on to the top 5 best value list. For around 2,000 MT, however, when they do release packs, this card goes down to like 1,000 to 1,500. It's Ben Simmons. Simmons is very one-dimensional, but he's really good at what he does. What he does, he's probably the best at in the game. Like, as you can see here, he's averaging 7 points per game for me. The start of the game is a lot better than now, but still can be somewhat effective. He's a 6'10 player who can play at the point guard. He is probably best used as the power forward, though. He got a good post hook and a good post fadeaway. Well, if you're playing with the point guard, he's got good ratings in them. Can shoot mids, can shoot threes, can shoot free throws. Free throw is broken. Good driving dunk, good standing dunk. Decent ball control of 81, so with any sort of shoe, he can speed boost. He's got decent passing stats. Got decent enough steal rating, okay rebounding, good speed, decent speed with ball and acceleration. Well, if he's power forward, they're all great. Decent if he's a point guard. He's got 74 lateral quickness as well, which is okay. He's also got, well, he's a versatile defender. Decent low post, decent on-ball defensive IQ. And just a really solid card. Like, not a bad card by any means. And for like, sometimes you can pick him up around 1,000 MT. He is an absolute steal, especially if you're starting off the game. At number 4, I have to put at least one of these guys on the list. One of these really, like, as cheap as players can go for emerald cards that are actually solid. And I'm going to go with Larry Markkinen. I was thinking of putting someone like Tobias Harris or a Jabari, but I'm going to go with Markkinen. Markkinen comes with gold pick and popper. He's got a dynamic duo with Zach LaVine. He's got a not great posting fadeaway, but not awful. Not a great shot mid, but a really good shot 3 of 79 with a good release. He's got a good free throw of 83. Obviously not the best ball control. Not the best shot block, even though 63 is better than his block rating in any of his cards last year, as far as I know. He's got an offensive rebound of 68. Defense rebound 81, which is alright. Decent speed of 67. Defensive stats not the best, but like a solid enough card, especially for like the bare minimum you're paying for any player. Like, he's very solid for that amount. At number 3 is a guy that would have been a lot higher on this list, maybe even 2 or 1 had this been a week ago during the Ben Wallace market crash. But since then, the price of cards have gradually creeped up a little bit, and I'm expecting the next market crash to hit him even harder. But it's Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis was down at like 6.5 KMT just over a week ago, and now he is like 9.5K thereabouts, which a little bit of a rise in price, but like not too much. He's got, like, stats-wise, Porzingis is not the most important... stats are not the most important thing to look for Porzingis. Decent badges, but the biggest thing about him is he's 7'3", and his release is so cash in this game. He's got a dynamic duo with Kevin Knox, so it's basically pointless. He's got post hook and fadeaway, about 83, which is really good. He's got a good shot mid of 82 and a great shot 3 of 80, and his release is so cashed when he's open, he is not missing. There's a reason why you see a lot of people using, like, all diamond token rewards and then Kristaps. Like, pretty much everyone uses this card. 71 driving dunk is okay. Good standing dunk of 85. He's got an 85 block, which is good. Not a great steal. Decent enough rebounding stats, but again, he is 7'3", so he's going to get a lot more rebounds than those stats would suggest. He's got good speed, decent acceleration, and not great speed with ball. Not good lateral quickness, but not awful for a power forward of 65, especially a 7'3" one. And just defensive stats, good low post, well, not great low post defensive IQ, but he's got a high block and he's tall, so he will actually defend quite well in the post. His only problem is he's a little bit weak with only 69 strength, and he might get bullied a little bit, but like, that's a small price to play for a 7'3" player who can shoot and block shots and rebound and run the floor. Kristaps definitely one of the best power forwards in this game. You could argue he is the best, and he is only 10k MT. And number 2 is a token reward, and it's Channing Frye. The reason I have a token reward in, as I always say, I will put in an Emerald token reward because there are only 3 tokens, and I won't put in any token rewards for anything above that, my best value list. For 3 tokens, which you can get for literally turning on your system and starting up a MyTEAM. Like that's, you literally get 3 tokens for doing that. It's Channing Frye. 83 offense, 70 defensive overall. He's played 41 games for me. It says he's averaging 2.4 points per game for me, but he's only taking 1.6 field goals per game and taking 0.7 threes. Like, it's because I use him in triple threat. But I'd say he's played about 20 games for me, and I'd say he's averaging close to 10 points a game. He comes with goal, catch, and shoot. He's got a decent enough post fadeaway and hook. He's got a good shot mid of 87, and a great shot 3 of 90 with a really nice release for a big man. He's got stats, well, other stats aren't the best, to be honest. Like, not a great block rating, but for some reason, Channing Frye gets a ton of blocks. Don't ask me why. Like, rebounding, not the best. He doesn't get that many rebounds. He gets to rebound a bit, but he blocks everyone for me for some reason. He's got good enough speed, 64. Like, defensively, he's not going to be the best, but not absolutely terrible. But he's just so good. And he's only 3 tokens. Like, one of the best stretch fours in the game. And definitely, if you're just starting off the game, should be one of the first players you pick up for your squad. And at number 1 for 4,300 MT is Derrick Coleman. Derrick Coleman is basically David West, except he's an inch taller. Like, as you can see here, in 14 games for me, he's averaging 10.4 points per game. He's shooting less than 50% from 3, but he's shooting way over 50% from the field. He's got 3 goal badges, pick and pop or drop, stepping up and under specialist. He's got a decent enough post hook and fadeaway. He's got a good shot mid and a good shot 3, and his release is so cash. Lefty release, such a nice release. He's got a decent enough dunk. He actually no, he doesn't have great stats, but he actually does dunk quite well. Decent block of 82. Rebounding is okay. Defensive is good enough. Offensive is not great. Speed of 70 is alright. Acceleration 64 is decent, but he's not going to push the floor much with 32 speed with ball. He's got 62 hour quickness, which is not great, but again, not absolutely terrible. Not great on ball defensive IQ, however, he's got good low post defensive IQ. If you guys have ever watched me play with Derrick Coleman, he's just such a good player. Probably been overtaken by Regular Friends as my favorite stretch big in the game, but until then, he was so good. So anyway, that's the video. In my opinion, these are the top 5 best and worst value power forwards in NBA 2K19 MyTEAM as of right now. Again, I'll probably do these videos again around Christmas, and I'll probably do the center video either tomorrow or the next day. So anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.